Today I'll be showing you guys exactly how I build my decks and exactly how you guys could also make it a lot more easier for you to build your own decks. So here we go. As you guys could probably tell, I have 3 decks called Staples. So what this deck is actually my template for all my decks, so I don't have to look for other cards that I'm going to need for my deck. So these are all my staples that I have currently. So we have Morphing Jar, Maxi, Honest, Raigeki, Harpy's Feather Duster, Magic Cylinder, Solemn Judgment. Like, these are all the cards that you could use in any kind of deck, and it'll help you 100%. When I look for cards, I don't have to go one by one putting them in, making sure that I have all the staples that I have in my deck, because then I have all of these cards in my deck right now. And if I want to build a new deck, so let's say Heroes, because it's Fusion Festival now, so let's go to Heroes, type it in. Heroes, just put in Hero. So we just put in Heroes, and as you guys see, all I have to do is add 3 copies of this, 2 copies of this, 3 copies of this, and 1 copy of this maybe, or 2 copies of this, 2 copies of this, and we already have 38 cards. And if you want to take cards out, you could just do that really easily. Just take cards out. So if you don't want Call of the Haunted, you could take it out. Skill Drain, you could take it out. You could take out Drastic Drop Off. If you have to special summon monsters, then maybe take out Card of Demise. Pot of Duality, also maybe take out 1 copy because you're specialing some monsters. Trickstar, Reincarnation maybe. Then you want to put in more monsters, so put in the E-Heroes. So now we're at 37 cards, so we're going to put in Miracle Fusion. Blaze Man, 2 copies. I'm still at 41 cards, so we're going to take out... We're just going to take out Neos Fusion, and we're just going to put 3 copies of Emergency Call. We could also take out Reasoning, Left Hand Offering, and we could just add... We have that, we have that. We could add 1 Honest Neos. And that should be it, I'm guessing. All we need to add now is polys. So we're just putting... Well, before we add polymerizations, we're just going to add the elemental heroes into this deck. So we already have full super poly, so we could also add, let's say, we need fusion material. So we're just going with 3 copies of Sunrise, 1 copy of Electrum, 1 copy of Terra, 1 copy of this, 1 copy of this. Well, I already have 2 copies of that. 1 copy of each of these. Gaia, Merger. Scroll down a little bit. Let's see what else we need. Maybe Tempest. And then we need the Link monster, so we're gonna add Wonder Driver. We're only Divider. So we have 16 in our extra decks. We're just going to take out that. We're just going to take out that Tornado. So we have 15, and we have 40 cards in our deck. So what we're going to do now is just look up Poly. So we're just going to look for polymerization at 2 copies, and we're going to take out a couple of cards. We're going to take out 2 cards. So we're going to take out Neo Space Connector, and let's take out, we have 2 copies of each of these, and let's just take out the Avion. I don't need that many. So, and save your deck. You change the deck name, so don't forget that. Heroes PvP or Fusion Festival, whatever you want to call it. PvP. Press save 1 more time. And just like that, you just build your own deck in less than 5 minutes. And that's what I'm talking about. You don't have to go through all the cards to actually try and find the cards or the staples that you need in your deck. You could just go into your template file and just make a copy of it, make 2-3 copies of it, and then just put the cards that you need for this deck. So I'm going first, so this is perfect because we want no disruptions when it comes to our deck. But most likely our opponent is playing an 8 OTK deck, so we gotta make sure we are able to keep ourselves protected, which is good because we have 1 day peace, so we're just going to use that right away. Since we can't attack on the first turn, we might as well just draw a card. We're gonna put Shadow Mist and face down defense, and hopefully it attacks into it. So that way we're able to get another hero deck from our deck. And also, if he destroys it, I'm hoping to get Solid or someone like that to combo off. And also we have Miracle Fusion as well, so which is really good because then we're able to recycle our material to make it much more better to easier for us to summon a fusion monster. So he's using so this guy is using Cyber Dragons, which is going to be very interesting. So it's basically a Jaden versus Zane kind of duel, I hope. Alright, so he basically sets one back row, 2 monsters, and he's going to attack into my monster, which is good for us. So this is what we're hoping. So he destroys Shadow Mist activates, and we're going to add 1 monster from our deck, which I'm going to add Blaze Man to get polymerization into our hand next turn. And we also have Lightning Storm, so we'll be able to either destroy Cyber Dragon or his back row. So we're probably going to go for the back row so he doesn't have any kind of spells or traps set. Especially if he's using, well, we got Emergency Call, which is really good. Get Solid Man. So let's go with Lightning Storm, destroys back row. That's the first step. You always want to destroy the back row with heroes because you don't know what kind of cards they might be using in the back row, which might disrupt the flow of the deck. And it's cool that the new animations that they put in, Tribute one says, special summon one survey. Yeah, so he would have special summon some kind of monster. Emergency Call, so we're gonna bring out E-Hero Solid. We're gonna play Solid. We're gonna play in Blaze Man. In defense mode. Then with Blaze Man, we're gonna use its effect to get Poly into our hand. And a cool thing is with Solid Man, it brings back a monster from our grave. So we're going to summon Sunrise, and this is how we're going to OTK our opponent. So we're going to fusion summon with this to bring out Sunrise. Now the effects of Sunrise effect activates, then we're going to use Solid Man's effect, which brings back a elemental hero from our graveyard back to the field. So we're going to bring back Shadow Mist because its effect is going to activate, which allows me to basically add 1 more monster. So we're going to use Miracle Fusion, I think. So we're going to use Miracle Fusion. We're going to make Sword. I think I might have messed up. I shouldn't have made Sword. I should have made something else. I don't have any more heroes in my grave, so I'm not going to use Miracle Fusion. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to attack with Sunrise. I'm going to keep Honest in my hand. I was thinking about using Honest, but I'm not going to use it. I'm going to attack his face down defense monster. I'm not going to use Sunrise's effect because now I can destroy his monster. When I destroy his monster, I get to draw another card. I'm not going to be able to OTK him, so there's no point in me destroying his card. And plus his effect monster, it's also if this card is sent to the grave, so it doesn't matter if it's by effect or by card effect or by battle, so it doesn't matter. So I'm just going to keep myself in check and just try to make sure that I don't mess up. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to very simply draw a card. Got Maxi, which is beautiful. Since he's using Cyber Dragons, he's going to need to fusion summon next turn. So with Maxi, he might either OTK me or he might be able to either he's going to OTK me next turn or I'm going to be able to draw so many cards that I'll be able to counteract. We'll see what happens. Hopefully when he attacks me, he's probably going to attack me to Sunrise, and if he attacks me into Sunrise, then I'll be able to use Honest as my defense and just try to destroy him. Because I only dealt him 1,000 points of damage, and if next turn comes, I'll be able to link summon it into either Gainer or... Wow, he doesn't have anything. That's crazy. For a Cyber Dragon deck, I'm surprised he doesn't have anything in his hand. So it ends his turn, and it's now my turn. Again. So I draw. Harpy's Feather Duster. Wow. Let's see what's face down on this field. This is why I'm saying you always need to put staples into your deck, because if you have like cards like this, you're always gonna be able to keep yourself in check and be able to you'll be always able to draw the right cards that you need. So this should be game. I'm gonna attack with Shadow Mist. The effect of Sunrise's effect activates, destroying his face down monster. So he gets destroyed. Sunrise's effect gonna activate. And this sends you to add one Cyber Dragon from your deck to your grave to your hand. So he basically lost. He lost. Like even though he adds a card, what is he going to add that's gonna help him? There's no card in his deck that's going to help him. Continue the attack. Deal 1,800, 3,000, and 26 or 34. And that's what I'm saying. You have to make your own template file for your staples, so that way when you add it to your deck, or that you don't have to look for cards, because you might be missing a couple of cards. Like you could be missing Droplet in your staples, and you forget about it mid-duel. But with this deck or with these templates, you don't actually forget your cards. You just have them in a separate deck or a separate file, and you're able to keep it the same way it is. And especially, you don't even have to put new cards into it. You just have to be able to remember what cards you have in it. So that way, when you build a new deck, it'll be so much easier, and you're going to be saving a whole bunch of time doing so. But that's pretty much the demonstration of how I build my decks. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I also have links in the description if you guys want to support the channel. And I'll see you guys for the next video. Peace out, yo.